Hey, everybody. This is Kim Danke, the Shibboleth new member fast track instructor, and I'm so thankful to be here with you tonight as we go over lap 3. If you are not a Shibboleth member and you are here tonight, please know that your first class is always free. And then when you like what you see and hear from us, then you can grab a membership. Membership currently is $65 for a lifetime. You never have to pay again. You can get a membership at myshibboleth.com, myshibboleth.com. And 65 bucks is worth the information that we are going to share with you. If you are on Facebook, please take a second to say hello. If you are a member, we would love for you to hit the share button because what I'm showing tonight is the food library. And this is a really great tool for us to have. If you are in the Zoom room, please find where your chat button is and then set your chat to everyone. It's automatically set to hosts and panelists. And if you leave it there, I'm the only one that can see what you write. And it's just more fun for everybody in this experience to have it set to everyone. Once you've set it to everyone, please say hello. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Kim Day. Awesome. Tagging her friends. That's awesome. Hey, Kim Vaughn, Amanda Allen. So glad that y'all are here. Thank y'all for finding the everyone button. Hey, Nancy from Snellville. Welcome. We're so glad that you are here. So this class for this week, hey, Jenny, is a class for new members. But it doesn't just have to be for new members. This is for restarting members. This is for folks that just need to refocus, or maybe you come here every night because you know that you focusing on this daily is what is going to help you achieve the results that you want and keep the results that you want. We're about achieving and keeping, okay, those results. Hey, Ray, glad you're here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started tonight, and I'm going to share my screen with you. We are going to have a look at fast track lap number 3. And as I described to you guys on Monday night, I don't do lap 1 with you because y'all can print stuff and read stuff on your own, right? I don't need to go over that. And then lap 2, you know, you can confirm your email, find your ideal weight and all that kind of stuff on your own. Now, I did make a little tutorial video for every lap. So if you're going to watch a tutorial video, and I would watch lap 1 and lap 2 tutorial video. Hey, Rhonda, dinner break at school. Awesome. Where'd you go to school? And so you can watch that. But if you're spending this full hour with me each night from lap 3 through lap 7, you probably don't need to watch that little tutorial. But it would be helpful for lap 1 and lap 2 just because I kind of go over everything. Now, I am hoping that if you have been with me on Sunday night and Monday night, that you've done lap 1 and 2. I'm really hoping that. If you haven't, please do it. But I'm also hoping that you've done this last task right here. Take the fast track quiz and earn your first badge. The reason that you want to earn that first badge is because, oh, cool, Rhonda, that's awesome. That's awesome. How fun. I was with some people from 313 Salon today at a business association luncheon. I don't know if you've heard of that salon or not, but probably have. I mean, it's one of the top 10 in America. So, but the fast track quiz is what opens up your full food library, full recipe library, and full restaurant guide to you. So you do want those to be wide open. Now, there's ways to make them smaller so you have smaller choices, which I'm going to show you how to do tonight. But you definitely want to have access to everything. And if you are a fast track member, you just have the fast track membership. Not all of those things are going to be fully open to you because the little fast track membership that's just $10, that's just like a little touch. Let me touch my toe in the water to make sure this is something I want to do. You wouldn't have access to all of those things. You'll have that limited view. But if you like what you see, all you got to do is click upgrade at the top of your account. Okay, let's have a look at lap 3. So I mean, these are checked when I get to lap 3. I uncheck them because I want you to see what it looks like when you get to lap 3. When you get to lap 3, your little boxes are going to be unchecked. Your goal is to get those boxes checked off. Okay. So I'm going to start with action item, what I call number 3 and 4. I'm going to start with that first. So this one right here says create lists of your favorites in each category on the Fast Track worksheet. Now, you've heard me saying since Sunday night, make your favorites lists. And I hope that you have been doing that. But I have a little worksheet here. And if you've been scribbling some things down on paper, you could use this worksheet if you wanted to print it out. So if you do not have a printer, you could just use this worksheet as a template and make your own on your own paper. That works fine. But this is all about creating your lists of your personal favorites. See, on Planet Shibboleth, you don't have to eat anything that you don't like. There is plenty of foods in each of the categories that we can find that you like. So, but we got to know what you like to be able to make those lists complete. And well, the lists technically don't ever have to be complete, but and then be able to make meals though. I think y'all get my point. The great thing about this worksheet is that you can print and create as many as you would like. So what I like about that thought process is this. Let's say that you print one of these and you're focusing all on breakfast foods or breakfast meals. And then you print one and you focus on lunch meals and you focus on dinner meals. It's just a different way to look at it and make sure that you are thinking through all the possibility of meals that you might have. So we're going to click here. This is the worksheet. Okay, so I want you to list out 10 lean proteins that you like, or let's say that you got to number 7 and you're thinking, I can't come up with 3 more. That's when you go over to the new member food library and you go through that list and see what some basic lean proteins are. And if one's not on there, add a few to your list that you're curious about and that you are willing to try, because this is a nutritional adventure and we're going to look at we're going to do all the things that we like, and we're going to hopefully look at doing some other things. And then you're going to list out 10 fibrous carbs and so forth. Y'all can see what the purpose of this worksheet is. Fill in your favorites. The reason you fill in your favorites is because you can't build meals if you don't know what your favorites are in these categories. So we're going to do that first. After you have completed filling these in, and if you don't like shellfish or eat shellfish, then you have a pass on that one. You do not have to fill that one in. But all these other ones, you need to fill those in, and you need to go through the act of filling it in all the way through 10. Don't stop at 7 or 8 when you can't think of anything else, or, do some more research, because that's the point of filling them in completely, is that you learn more. Okay, so after you have filled those in, you simply check this box right there. It's that simple. The next thing is we're going to create meals on your Fast Track worksheet. So this worksheet has a spot right here for you to create 7 simple meals. And this would be a lean protein, and a lean protein comes from category 1 or category 7. So lean protein is from either one. Obviously, if you don't eat shellfish, you wouldn't be listing any 7s there. And then you can fill in category 2s. I have the MCT right there at the top of that, because if it is something that you could cook up an MCT and you have some MCT, then you'd want to use that. Why not make the fastest fat burning combination if you can? But let's say that you're going to put right here some low fat cottage cheese on a piece of toast. Maybe you did that. I've seen people do that. Maybe you're going to do that. Well, you wouldn't put MCT on that, okay? But maybe you want to use some berries as a condiment. You could do a little palmful of berries, maybe 4 or 5 little berries as a condiment on there. You could write something else in that line if MCT isn't there. That MCT is just to remind you that it would be the fastest fat burning combination. And then over here on the right-hand side, it gives you the opportunity to build meals where you are using energy carbs and fruit, your category 3s and category 5s. Now, the way I like to work these is I do what I call reverse engineer. I'm going to reverse engineer this. I'm going to start with the ding, ding, ding. I am going to start with the one that I need to be the most careful with, and that would be a 3. So maybe I want to have some lima beans. I would write lima beans right in there. And then I'm going to think about what lean protein do I want to eat with lima beans, and what fibrous carb do I want to eat with lima beans, and whatever lean protein I picked. Okay, that might look like chicken breast, green beans, lima beans. Maybe I put sweet potato right there. Maybe I'm going to make some turkey breast, some broccoli, and some sweet potato. Okay, that might be some examples right there. And obviously, these are just kind of, hey, Angelia, these are simple kind of whole food meals, but we've got plenty of recipes too. We go over that tomorrow night. And in right here, category 5 is fruit. So let's say that you want to have an apple. Well, let's write apple down. And then what would you like to have with that apple? You think through what you would enjoy with an apple. Now, when I think of an apple, I often think of eating that with a lunch. And so I might make myself a deli turkey, Olay Extreme Wellness high fiber tortilla wrap. So that'd be a turkey wrap with an apple. And in that turkey wrap, you could also include some leafy greens and even a condiment. So all of that can go there. So there's an opportunity for you to build just 3 meals there. Obviously, you can build as many meals as you want to on your own paper, okay? And then down here, this is a category 4 with a category 2. That'd be a protein plus fat with a fibrous carb. And this is superfood meal with a fibrous carb. Okay. This is where, if you like peanut butter and jelly, you might as well go ahead and write it right there. You can put jelly over here in this last column for your condiment. So the freebies, extra snacks, and meal replacements, if you jump ahead and go to Thursday night 5, you could fill those in, but we'll be looking at that, filling those in on Thursday night. But you're always welcome to move in and out of Fast Track however you want to. Your goal by the end of the week is to have each one of those little boxes checked off that you did that, because the act of doing this stuff helps you learn it. And you are important enough to invest the time in yourself. You have invested plenty of time into other people and other things in your lifetime, and it is time to invest in yourself. And hopefully I have this laid out in a way that helps you do that. Okay, so that's that one. And so once you have created the meals on your worksheet, you simply check that box. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is the timing chart. Now, if you know me, the timing chart is one of my absolute favorite tools that Shibboleth has to offer. In fact, I pulled out my timing chart at an after hours event I went to tonight when I saw their food. When I saw their food there, I went, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. But I pulled out my timing chart. I counted my holidays, and I said, and I'm gonna look back over here. I've got 4 more holidays on my calendar for possible holidays. I'm in maintenance, so I get to 12, okay? And I thought to myself, well, I've got 2. I could use it, but this is the thought process I went through. I thought, it's late. I don't want to eat that. So there was a whole bunch of Shibboleth members there that I was talking to, and one lady announced to me tonight she's lost 43 pounds. I was so excited for her. I said to this other lady, I said, I want what you're eating. She was having a holiday. I said, I want what you're eating, and I could have that tonight, but I'm actually not thinking about weight or anything. I'm thinking about my sleep. I sleep better when I haven't had cakey carbs right before bed. So I was thinking about my sleep more than a holiday for eating purposes, and I decided not to have a holiday. Now, I did walk over and get a Diet Coke. Well, and they gave me a koozie too, but I got a Diet Coke to drink while I was there, while everybody else was eating ribs and sliders and cake and pasta and drinking beer and whatever else they were drinking. It was a business after hours. I said, where's the regular drinks? And they're like, right over there. I said, okay, I'm going to that one. So anyway, so the timing chart is one of my favorite tools on the website. So let's learn how to use it. What you're going to do is you're going to click right here. This is where your weekly timing chart is. You're going to click there above, because the link that's in this particular link is a link to a video that I did. It's just like a 4.5 minute video. And I did it on just how to use a timing chart, why to use your timing chart, and how to use it to your benefit. But the timing chart is going to be an extremely valuable tool for you. It's a great visual as to whether or not you are doing your best. See, sometimes people will say, I have really denied myself this week and I have really made this happen and I didn't lose any weight. And then you go back and you look at your timing chart and you go, oh, wait a minute. I thought I was doing good, but I hadn't even gotten into EFB this week. That is a good visual determination as to whether or not you should have seen some weight loss on your calendar. Okay, so the visual of the timing chart will just help you have a mental picture of where you are in your management of your life. This is like managing life. Life is, you have to eat to live. And you have to be able to manage that to be able to live in a healthy way. So on your first and second perfect days, you will see a green check. And on your third perfect day, you are going to see a flame and you are now in EFB, baby, efficient fat burning. Your body is now in a state where it can burn fat efficiently. You can burn fat the hard way or you can burn it efficiently. Let's do it efficiently. I'm all about working smarter, not harder. So I'm going to click here just to show you what is going to happen when you click there. And it's your Shibboleth timing chart. I'm going to click here and it's just a little 4.5-minute video. There I am going to talk to you about a timing chart. I'm going to talk to you about this little tool that I use, a visual. Okay. So that's going to explain that right there. But where you go to look at your timing chart is actually up here. But I couldn't link it there because it wouldn't link to each person's individual one. And so you just got to click up top. So let's go back to the very first entry that I made. It doesn't really make sense for you to look at my maintenance calendar because I can have up to 12 holidays. And in weight loss mode, we can use up to 6. Okay, we can do up to 6, but we don't want to go more than that in weight loss mode. So I started on a Wednesday, April 10th, and there is my first green check for my first perfect day. And then I have another green check for my second perfect day. And then I have a flame. And this flame now means that I am in EFB, efficient fat burning. Now, your goal is to string as many efficient fat burning days that you can or you want to string together. So I strung together a nice little streak of flames. And then I went to Alabama for Easter and I had holiday food for 2 days in a row. I can do that. And then right here, I had a perfect day because this is part of the beauty of Shibboleth. It is managing what you do. It's management. It's weight management. It's health management. That's what Shibboleth is. And this is one of the tools that'll help you manage it. So when you have a perfect day, you're starting to get back into EFB. Well, this little symbol here is an intermittent fasting symbol. While I was gone to Alabama for Easter, I watched the gold level daily doses. That's what y'all are going to do after fast track. Then after fast track, you go to silver. After silver, you go to gold. Well, I was watching the gold level daily doses here and I learned about intermittent fasting. Well, I learned at its minimum, it's 12 hours without eating and that your overnight time could be used. I'm like, hallelujah. I do that most nights anyway. So I started calling my days intermittent fasting days. Now I've worked into about 16 hours every day now, but at that point, I was probably just making sure I did the 12. Well, that is a day where technically having an intermittent fasting day would get you into EFB faster, but I don't want y'all to focus on getting back into EFB faster. Why does it matter that you get back into EFB faster? It's the way we should be eating anyway. It's what we need to do to transition our current habits into better habits for our lifetime. So I wouldn't say that there's a real reason to get back into EFB faster. I just don't want you to hyper focus on that. That's my point. So this could be a green check. I think of this as a green check, and now I'm back in EFB. That's the way I think about it, okay? And I just mentally do that for my own purposes, because if I have a perfect day here and a perfect day here, this is where glycogen, which is the sugar stores, and your insulin is dissipating. I just trust that it's there on that day, and I like to do that. But I'm not a person that needs to rush things, and so I'm willing to do that. Yes, Angelia says, if I'm a Tiger's Eye member, could I watch the gold and silver level daily doses? Yes. And Angelia, in lap 7 of Fast Track, that's your very last task. Your very last task is to watch the silver level daily doses and then mark that box as complete. So do that first and then move to the gold ones, okay? Well, then I string as many efficient fat burning days together as I can. Look, I got another little flame streak going here. And I even did some wow challenges right here. That's what that extra little icon is above the flame. I probably also did intermittent fasting days on this day too, but it only gives you, if you do a wow challenge, it's going to give you that icon rather than the little intermittent fasting icon. And all of these things pop up on this calendar based on what type of day you journaled. So if you journal your day as perfect, right here, you're going to get a green check. You're going to get a green check. But on your third day that you journal perfect, it knows that you're in EFB. So the system figures all that out. And then you mark holiday, and it'll give you this little smiley face guy. And then right here, I said I had a perfect day, and I have an intermittent fasting day. And then I got back into EFB right there. Now, if I'd put this intermittent fasting icon here, I'd also see a flame there, because it gets you back into EFB faster, technically. Okay. Now, see these little gray boxes inside each calendar square? These are symbols, and they have a meaning. So an E would mean that you participated in an exercise challenge. W would mean that you entered a weight entry. P means that you entered a progress photo. M means that you updated your measurements. C means that you participated in a challenge. J means that you requested a journal review, which can be done in your journal. And then 1 through 10 indicates your motivation level. How motivated are you to do this lifestyle? But I want to tell y'all, we don't have to be super motivated to do it. I am sure you are not super motivated to brush your teeth and put on your deodorant in the mornings, but you do that. So we got to do this every day too. And what I love about it is all I got to do is wake up and do one day. Then I go to bed, I wake up and do another day. I don't think about 3 months from now. I think about one day at a time. But I do look at my month and kind of plan out when I'm going to have a holiday. So I ask myself 3 questions. I ask myself, am I going out of town? If I am, I usually want holidays, and I want to make a plan to be able to have holidays. And then I ask myself, are there any birthdays, anniversaries, or actual holidays in this month that I might want to participate in or have something special, a celebratory meal? And then I ask myself, is there anything else on your calendar for work or personal that involves food that you might want to take advantage of? And I put all those on my calendar. Do you know that sometimes I have 13 or 14 things on my calendar? And when I was in weight loss mode, I had to start slashing the ones that were not the most important. But I do put them all on the calendar so that I can then make that decision. And then if I decide to switch my holidays around, you're like tonight, if I was there at that event and I went, okay, I do want that stuff, I am mentally switching that holiday out from another day in the future that I have a holiday planned. And the reason I want to know when my holidays are is like, okay, if I eat this tonight on so-and-so's birthday, ooh, I wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, which one's more important? Tonight, where you could, I just didn't eat anything there. I had a Diet Coke. Or that birthday party. I think I might want to do the birthday party. Yes, that stuff that's staring at you right at that moment may look really good, but you think about your calendar, okay? And if you want to do it, you can mentally switch them out. But that means that you're not going to have the other one if you're wanting to truly follow the guidelines and get those results, okay? All right, so the next month I went into April, not April, that was April, went into May, and I asked myself, am I going out of town? We went to a wedding right here. So I went to a wedding, and Mother's Day was in this month, but I just went to Longhorn and got a regular got a steak and broccoli. And then so I had EFB days all the way up to this, and I had some great weight loss. I probably lost let me see, up to this day right here, I had lost 18.5 pounds. So I don't know how much it was at that point, but I'd lost more than 25 pounds probably by then. And I felt better for that wedding. And then I had an IMF day, which technically gets me back into EFB faster. But in my head, I see green check, flame. That's just what I want to do. Okay. Now the next month, I didn't want to have holidays. Y'all, I was in a groove. I wanted this thing done. And so I didn't have any holidays. Well, then we get to July, and I'm thinking, when's a good day to have a holiday? Okay, July 4th, that's going to be a good day to have a holiday. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Why couldn't I do it? Because when I said to my husband, hey, what are we going to eat today? And he started talking about what we were going to eat, I could make all of that approved. I can make an approved hamburger. I can make an approved bun on that hamburger. We were going to eat some black beans. Well, that's a 1, 2, 6 right there. I know black beans. He probably ate baked beans, but I turned mine into black beans. And baked beans could probably be made approved, but I don't know. So I remember I had black beans. But all the way up until that day, I had been having 3 meals only. That's it, 3 meals. So guess what I did on that day? I had an extra and a snack. Do you know what kind of day it felt like? It felt like a holiday, but I didn't have a holiday. It was still a good Shibboleth perfect day. So that was kind of fun to remain in EFB, allow myself a snack and an extra, and feel like I was having something special. So I continued on with perfect days. Well, at some point in this month, I got to my goal weight. And then I continued living the lifestyle, but I switched over into maintenance mode and started having a little thing here, little thing there. And, these weren't all hog trough days. It might just been a little something that wasn't quite right, but I could do up to 12. I continued to lose 15 more pounds, living the lifestyle. I thought I was at my goal weight. I was going to maintain it that weight, lost 15 more pounds. And now for 2 years, every single date is filled in with an icon, and I have kept that 50 pounds off now for 2 years. So y'all can do it too. Use this tool, and this tool is generated by what you journal. Okay. So I actually have not picked my day yet because I left the house this morning at 7:30 and I just got home. I'm going to go ahead and click there. Now, do y'all see all these options right here? All these options. Most of these are just a variation of a perfect day. Okay. A holiday is a holiday. Unsure, you really should know. I mean, it's not that hard to know. But I'm going to go ahead and mark IMF day, and I'm going to click save and go to weekly timing chart. And there's the submit for review if you want to get a review. And right there. So there's my little intermittent fasting day. And I've already had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holidays this month, and I've got 6 more to use, which is great. So let's all get to maintenance, and let's do it. Weight loss mode is not meant to be the mode that you spend the rest of your life in. Weight loss mode is a tool. It's a tool to help you get to maintenance. Maintenance is the mode you're meant to spend the rest of your life in, okay? That's living the lifestyle. That's understanding why and how to manage your weight. And you just do that living the Shibboleth lifestyle. Okay, now we are going to have a look at the food library. The food library is one of my absolute favorite tools on Shibboleth. We're going to familiarize yourself with it. But I want to read this. Y'all, I'm a teacher at heart, so there's a little teachery in this assignment. One of the best ways to begin to familiarize yourself with the food library is to do the following brainstorming activity. Take a blank sheet of paper and write down, in no particular order, all the foods that you can think of, like, or eat on a regular basis. Then look up each one of those foods that's on your paper and write down the category next to it. Once you've done that, take another sheet of blank paper or the worksheet that we went over just a second ago and organize your list by categories. As you are exploring, please heart each food item. When you heart something, it moves it over into your personal favorites lists. And you can find your personal favorites list in two places. It's found in the My Journal tab, and it's also found in the food library. So let's go there now. So the food library is laid out two different ways. You can see it like this if you're on a computer or a tablet, or an iPad. But if you're on a phone, you're going to kind of see this on the right-hand side, just that longer streak on the right-hand side. That's the way it looks like on a phone. Okay. So that My Favorites tab that I talked about, if I clicked there, it would pull up all the foods that I have hearted in the food library. It takes the food library, which is like 7,000 or so foods, and just makes it a smaller list for you to be able to find things that you like, or I heart things that I think I might want to try, because I don't want to have to search for them again in the food library. It's easier just to put it in your My Favorites tab, okay? If you ever want to add a new food, I did talk to Kim Shibboleth about this, and this used to have a little backup in it, but it doesn't now. But you don't click add new food until you've had a conversation with Kim on the Shibboleth Fixed It Facebook group. If you're not a Facebook user, you can email her. But if otherwise, just put it on the Facebook group and she can have a look at it. And if it's approved, she might ask you to add it right there. She may do it herself, but she might ask you to go ahead and enter it right there. Okay. But you can start that conversation with her on the Shibboleth Fixed It group. If you want to search for an item, those little items that we brainstormed, you can just put the search, the name of the item right there. But let's have a look down below at all these categories. So you got your categories listed here. We've got category 1, lean protein, category 2, fibrous carbs, category 3, energy carbs, category 4, protein plus fat, category 5, fruit, category 6, superfood, and category 7, shellfish. Those are all the foods that roam on the earth, swim in the ocean, grow from the ground, and there's also some man-made manufactured foods in there, okay? Then you've got condiments. Technically, condiments are a category, but it's not a numbered category. It's a category of items all put together, used in a specific way. So you got your condiments listed there. People are always curious about creamer. So there you go. You click on there, you use that. Here's a category called freebies, categories called snacks, extras. Now, freebies can technically be used whenever you might be hungry or have a moment of mental weakness. You can use that to not give up a perfect day, okay? You can do up to 1 snack in a day and up to 1 extra in a day. Everybody knows what a snack is, but an extra is just something a little extra, like you picked up a peppermint going out of the restaurant, or picked up the Andes mint going out of a restaurant. That's just something a little extra. It's just like a taste of something. It's not anything big. It's just a small little thing. But it's often that thing that'll help satisfy that little desire for something, and you can use that. So you can do up to 1 extra per day. We've got a category called meal replacements. We've even got a category called perfect pairing. Now, what a perfect pairing is, it's an item or two that put together still work, even though they do not follow the rules on the combination chart. But if you look at the combination chart, the letters P are going to be in that blue column on the combination chart, okay? Meaning that they are more like lifestyle stuff. There are some perfect pairings that are great for weight loss, but most of them are over on the blue column. Okay, breads. I mean, that's a huge topic. People want to know what breads they can use. You can just click there. Low blood sugar snacks, if you had an episode. Phase 1 and phase 2 cereals. Now, phase 1 cereals are going to be the cereals that are higher quality, better for weight loss. Phase 2 cereals, we've put Reese Puffs, Fruit Loops, stuff like that in there, okay? But those things, you got to know, just with the two that I just mentioned, that you didn't go higher quality. It's just that it is approved if you do it in a certain way. Most of these are called a perfect pairing item. They have got to be paired with one of those high protein, fat-free milks that we talked about, the fat-free Fairlife milk or the Kroger Carb Master milk. That's the only way that you can eat phase 2 cereals, okay? So if you like other milks like almond milk and such, that kind of thing, you could eat that with phase 1 cereal only, okay? You can't do that with any of these cereals. If you're going to have these cereals, you need to have this other milk. And then you can see we've got phase 2 frozen meals and phase 2 soups. So phase 2 frozen meals and phase 2 soups, these are things that are manufactured a lot. There are some other manufactured foods that are in the other categories, but a frozen meal or a soup, you didn't go, I'm using the outer edge of the grocery store. This is inner aisle of the grocery store, giving you more variety. So when you think of phase 2, just think of the fact that you've got more variety. Now, when can you start using phase 2 foods? Anytime. You can use them from day 1. But if you are willing to forego these for your first 7 to 10 days, then you're going to have even better results and get a nice little jump start. Everybody loves a great jump start, but you can utilize these things at any time. Atkins products, there's tons of Atkins products approved. And look, pizza is a very popular topic. So we have a whole link right to pizza. Then you've got flour and breading, milk. And milk's going to include all the milks, like almond milks and cashew milks and oat milks and all the milks. But you have to open them and read how to use them. That's the point of having the food library. It's like a set of encyclopedias on food, which is amazing. Okay, then you've got your salad dressings, other beverages, beer, wine, and liquor, spices and seasonings, cooking oils and healthy fats, gluten-free products, vitamins and supplements, other random things that people ask us about, pre and post-workout freebies. You got your restaurant guide, but we go over that on Friday night. You can look at it ahead of time, no big deal, but we're going to specifically go over it on Friday night. And then you've got things called coach mode meals. I'm going to click this button because I want you to see what coach mode meals are. Coach mode meals are meals that are put together and they have a high thermic effect. Thermic effect means that it's just going to have a high ability to burn some calories. These are also pretty calorie controlled. Now, we don't talk a whole bunch about calories on Planet Shibboleth. Now, calories do have their point. They have their purpose, and we need to know about them. But I'm so thankful that we don't have to count calories. That is not my thing. But these are calorie controlled for you. So that's a really nice thing. Like I do right here, a third of the hemp bar. I do that all the time. I do that. What I do, let me show you what this hemp bar looks like. So you've got this 12-inch bar, like this is a coconut flavor. This looks like pecans, or that looks like pecans. That's maybe some other dried fruit. Not sure what these are, but that one looks like cashews. So I love nuts. But I don't eat a bunch of nuts because I can open the bag and eat the whole bag of nuts. So what I'm doing is I'm getting my nuts in on my hemp bar. And these hemp bars are very high quality. They are extremely good for you. That bar is a 12-inch bar. I cut it at 4 inches and at 8 inches, and that creates 3 meals for me. And so I'll eat a third of it for breakfast one morning, a third the next morning, and the last third the third morning. And then I take a break from a hemp bar for a couple of days. So that's the way I utilize that hemp bar. But it's a coach mode meal. A quarter cup of pumpkin seeds is a coach mode snack. I had that when I came home. When I came home from that event with my Diet Coke, because I didn't eat their food, I had a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds. Come down here and you can see some other products. AHS is called Advanced Health Systems. This is a product that is specifically made for weight loss. So we do sell that in our store. Nobody is required to buy anything from our store. But if you want the product, that's there. Why do we sell those products? Because there are some products that are specifically designed for weight loss that some people need, and they are not easily found in the grocery stores. They're not carried in the grocery store. And so we put it all together in a store for convenience purposes. We've looked at everything in the store. We like everything. We have a reason for having everything in the store, and it's there for convenience purposes. And then Beverly is a great coach mode meal, and so forth. Look, you even have Chick-fil-A as a coach mode meal. Several Chick-fil-A's. Go all the way down to the bottom. We even got some Wendy's and some Zaxby's listed. So y'all can go ahead and click on those and read those, because this is a great place to find some simple, easy meals for you to get started with. Okay, so those are great meals. All right, I always like to explain how the food library on that first page is laid out for you. But now what we're going to do is we're going to look for a couple of things. And I'm going to look for pasta. And I'm just simply going to type in pasta in the search bar, because all the things that are pasta have been tagged with the keyword pasta. And so it's going to bring us up a list. And I told y'all that we would go over pasta tonight. So we want to hit that. Now, I'm not a happy clicker. I know I clicked it. I'm waiting. If you click and then like, why didn't it do anything? Click again, and why didn't it do anything? And you click again, no telling where you're going to end up. So once you click, remove your hand and let it work. Okay. All right. So my search for pasta returned with 83 results. That's awesome. I get to look through my list, but 83 is actually a lot. And so there's a couple of ways that you can make your list smaller. So first of all, if you need it to be gluten-free, you simply click the gluten-free filter. These are all filters. There's allergen-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, kosher, lactose-free, no artificial sweetener, non-genetically modified. And if you're vegan or vegetarian, it's very important to know, things like in your lean proteins and protein plus fats. If you're vegan or vegetarian, you need to know what to use. So these are great filters to use. And then right underneath the filters, this is the weight loss meter. So the weight loss meter, the way I look at that is another way for us to categorize foods. So you categorize foods based on their nutritional profile and how they respond in your body. And that's where they go into category 1, category 2, category 3, and so forth. But within each category, you can also look at which foods in this category are best for weight loss, which ones aren't going to hurt me, but aren't going to help me, and which ones do I just need to do sparingly while in weight loss mode. So the weight loss meter goes from a -3 to a +3. So if I put my little mouse right in the center, 0 is not going to help me, not going to hurt me. Negative numbers are best for weight loss. Positive numbers are, if you have one, it will not bring you out of EFB. You will still be in EFB, okay? But if you were to have these positive number foods at every meal, every day of the week, then you're not going to get the results that you want. But if you have one every once in a while in your meals throughout the week, you'll be fine. Okay, you'll be fine. But it's really just a way for us to see which ones are best for weight loss. So at this point, I don't want to look at any pastas that are going to be, I'm going to rephrase that. I want to look at -2, -3 pastas. I'm going to make this list real small. And then I'm going to see what I like in that list. And then I can expand my list if I want to. So I'm letting it generate. Okay, so there's my list. Now listen, we went from 83 to 16. 16 is a more manageable, easy number to have a look at, right? And what I want you to see here is that this is the way I would do it. I would then scan for names that I'm familiar with. Okay, now before Shibboleth, I might have been familiar with Simply Nature. But I've never really heard of any of those other things before Shibboleth. All right. So I've learned about these other things since Shibboleth. So I really, really like the Explore Cuisine Organic Black Bean Spaghetti Pasta Noodles. And I really like the Explore Cuisine Organic Edamame Spaghetti Pasta Noodles. Okay, so when you're looking at this listing here, you've got this listing, you've got the name of it. When you get over here to the blue box, the blue box is what the weight loss meter is for that product. And all of these are -3 items. That's a -3. 196 other people have taken the time to heart this, or they say they like it, or they want to try it. And this is where you would add it to the grocery list. Now, we're going to go over that tomorrow night. So that's what all those details are. But now what I can do is I click on that link and it opens up a picture of the item. Every once in a while, something doesn't have a picture, but most of the time it does. And what you're going to see here is you're going to see what category is this listed in. If you know you really like these or you don't like them and you were like, I want to warn other people, that's not good, you could give it a 1 star. I like these, so I gave it a 5 star. It's got a 4.3 rating. It's a -3 on the weight loss meter. Okay, so there's your weight loss meter again on there. That's how you would add it to the grocery list from inside the listing. And there's where you could heart it from here if you want to. So you could heart it from that other list, or you could heart it from here. And then there's that 196 we talked about. So when you're looking at this, do you see where it says category? And in category, it says 1, lean protein, 2, fibrous carb. This is also a gluten-free product. But what I'm concerned about right here is that it is a 1 and a 2. Now, when something is in multiple categories like that, it means that it has enough lean protein in it and enough fibrous carbs in it to be both. Well, 1 and 2 is actually an approved meal. So you could just make these noodles and eat them if you wanted to. But most of the time, people want to put a little meat with it. So if you are going to put some meat with this, you could pull your meat from all 3 categories that have meat in them. You could pull them from the lean protein, you could pull it from protein plus fat, and you could pull it from shellfish for this one right here. This green button here means that you can buy this in our store. You can also find this on Amazon. If you scroll down right here, it gives you just more details about the product itself. But I want to come down here and I want to read the description here. So I'm not going to read all of it, but this pasta is categorized as a 1 and a 2. Therefore, you can be very creative with your recipes because 1 and 2 is safe. Okay. It says, yes, these are black beans, but the makeup and processing of this pasta removes the extra carbs, making this pasta fall into a 1 and 2 category. So that's the way that some of these foods are manufactured that help them be a little bit better product. Total meal portion alone without an added protein is 1 cup to 1.5 cups. If you're adding a category 1 or 4 protein, then your serving still needs to fit on a 6 to 8 inch plate, or the whole thing combined should just be around 1 cup to 1.5 cups. Anything over 1.5 cups is in a serving is going to stretch your stomach. If you want to eat 4 ounces of approved protein, then use about 3/4 to 1 cup of pasta for best weight loss. I absolutely love that they give you every little detail. You do not have to wonder what to do anymore. It's all laid out for you right there. And if you want to watch a little video about it, there's these little nuggets all over the place in this website, so you can watch that video. If I continue to scroll down, if there are any recipes that have been made with this particular product, they're listed there too. And where people have also said they have found it and purchased it. So you can add that. Now, this is member entered data. So we don't come in there and enter that. Members add that. So if somebody in your area hasn't added anything, then they just haven't added it. You're always free to add stuff too by clicking add new and add whatever store it is that you want to. Okay, let's see. Rate. What does the rating number mean? The rating means the rating number right here. So it's like you're giving it stars. So you know how everybody wants a 5-star Google rating these days? This would be that I rated this a 5. But if somebody ate this and they didn't really like this so much, they could come in and rate a 3. It just gives other people the opportunity to see how other people have rated it. Like if we come down here to these recipes, this means that other people have rated these recipes. And so it's like a star rating 1 to 5. That's what the rating is for. But this number here is your weight loss meter number. How good is this for weight loss? It's excellent for weight loss. Okay, but I also like the edamame noodles of this version, and they're a little bit lighter colored noodle. And if you are feeding a family, you might want to use those so that, but if you start off this with your kids when they're little, they won't know the difference in things, okay? But if you haven't started this off with your kids when they were little, like I didn't, I wish I'd known about it. I didn't know about it. Then I might, but if you didn't start off, you could use the lighter colored noodle. Okay, so now I want to show you another pasta. So I'm going to expand this. And pasta is really, in this pasta, it's a -3 for weight loss. But pasta in general, no, I mean, I wouldn't be eating it every night for weight loss modes, but it is a popular topic. So that's why I wanted to show you. But what I want to show you right here is this al dente carbonara pasta. So it's a -1 on the weight loss meter. 343 other people have said they like it. And we're going to click here and we're going to have a look at it. So you've got egg fettuccine pasta. This is more like those egg noodles. And you've also got a garlic flavored one. But it's a -1. Remember that last one we just looked at was a -3 on the weight loss meter. So the -3 would be better for weight loss, but this one is very, very popular and it's a -1. So don't get hyper focused on that. The lower the number, the better. You know, it's good, but you live in life. You might want to eat some of these every once in a while. Category, what categories is this in? Category 1, 2, and 3. Ding, ding, ding. 3, it's got a 3 in it. So if it's got a 3 in it, I'm going to ask y'all an application question real quick. If it's got a 3 in it, this has enough energy carbs in it to be categorized as a 3, which is a proper combo all in itself. So it can be eaten by itself. But if you want to throw a protein in with that, if you want to have some meat with this, where are you not going to pull that meat from? Y'all tell me. I want to know if y'all are applying the knowledge already. That's right, Kim. That's right, Amanda. Awesome. Awesome. Yes, you are not going to pull meat from the protein plus fat category and put it with this particular pasta because it's got energy carbs in it. But you could use that 4 with that last pasta because it didn't have energy carbs in it. And a 1, 2, 4 would be a proper combination. Right, Chris? Awesome. Thank you. You can find this in our store. You can find it on Amazon and so forth. Okay, so we're going to look at one more pasta. Now, to get to this next pasta, I already know because I've done this enough. I have to expand it to a 0. And what I'm looking for is Fiber Gourmet. Fiber Gourmet. Okay. I do like this Ezekiel 4:9 sprouted grain pasta, but okay. Where's my Fiber Gourmet pasta? Right here. Okay. So I want to explain to you something about this pasta. So it's a 0 on the weight loss meter. It's a category 2 fibrous carb, but it's a 0 on the weight loss meter. So those other pastas are better for weight loss. But this stuff right here looks like regular pasta. Everybody's family likes this. It looks like regular pasta. It cooks up like regular pasta. It's amazing. Okay, so, but it's a 0 on the weight loss meter. So again, this might be something, you know, a couple of times or once a week or something like that, something special. I just wouldn't do it every night. But here's why I want you to, what I want you to understand about this pasta. Do you see it says 50% less calories? Well, how does this get 50% less calories in it? Because if you flip this pasta over and you read the ingredients, it reads just like a regular pasta. Well, this is made with tons of fiber. Look, 25 grams of fiber in this as compared to regular pasta, 2 grams of fiber. And I don't know if anybody remembers what I said last night. Does anybody remember how many calories I said fiber has in it? I don't usually test people on this, but it was a little random question. I mean, a random bit of information. How many calories does fiber have in it? Anybody know? Zero. Zero. There's Deb. There's Deb. She got it. Yes, zero. There's no calories in fiber. So when you take and cook this up with lots of fiber as compared to a regular pasta, you take the calories way down. So it went from 210 to like 100 calories for this. This has 17 grams of net carb versus 41 in a regular pasta. Okay. And this even has 7 grams of protein. I don't know if other pasta has it in there. But anyway, this is a really great product, especially if you're feeding a family and you need some linguine, elbows, penne, or rotini. Okay, what I want to do with the last bit of time that we have together is I'm going to take the first 3 foods that y'all tell me to look up, and we're going to look that up and find it. So something that you're curious about, we're going to look that up as we wrap up, because Travis should be having a video at 8:30 tonight, and I don't want to prevent anybody from not participating in that video or that meeting. So y'all go ahead and type in the first 3 that I see. I'm going to look up, and that can be on Facebook or Zoom. Pizza. Okay, we'll have a look at pizza. So for Kim, we're going to look pizza. I know other people are curious about pizza. Kim, the easiest way to do that is to scroll down to the word pizza, because everything that has been tagged with the keyword pizza will be in that listing. Now, I'm not being a happy clicker. I'm letting it generate. There it is. So we've got our pizza. Look at all those pizzas. That's a lot of choices right there. It's really good. So what I would do is I would scan this for brand names that I'm familiar with, because that's just an easy way to get started with that. Okay, I really like these Amy's pizzas. I ate these before Shibboleth. They're really good. I would come down here. Ooh, California Pizza Kitchen. You've got California Pizza Kitchen, crispy thin crust frozen pizza, 8 approved flavors. Let's click on that one. All right. Okay. It's counted as a meal replacement. You can have up to 1/3 of the pizza, and it says see description for details. So let's come down here. It says you can have up to 1/3 of the pizza with a side salad topped with a calorie-free dressing. That sounds good. These flavors approved in crispy thin crust only, and in caps. They must mean it, right? 8 flavors there. And then when making your selections, pizzas with a higher amount of protein and lower amount of carbs will be your best options. So there you go. And then there's places that you can buy those. Okay, let's go back. Let's see. Amanda says, okay, I'll look that up, Amanda. All right, let's scroll down and see what else. Okay, I'm recognizing the name DiGiorno, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different DiGiornos there. There's Domino's. It's a Philly cheese steak thin crust. That's the only one that's approved there, and you do need to have it with a category 2 to offset that. And so that's the way you do that, Kim. You just go to the pizza and you scroll down. Now, most pizzas are going to be a 0 on the weight loss meter. So this particular list, I wouldn't necessarily make it smaller, because it all came up on the same page. You would just need to scroll down. There's Papa John's pizza. I bet that says to scrape off the toppings and eat on a salad, because if you're ever out with people and you've got pizza and then you've got a salad, scrape the toppings off of 2 slices of pizza and put it on top of the salad, and it's going to be yummy, very yummy. Sounds weird, and don't be embarrassed to do things that are going to help you. Okay. I'm going to grab this for Amanda. I'm going to put in this one name. See, Amanda, the reason I only put in the first bit of that name is because the less information you put in, the better for the search ability. Okay, so there it is. There's the chips. Okay, now they are a +2 on the weight loss meter, yet they're approved. Okay, so let's go ahead and click those and have a look. It's an energy carb. So ding, ding, ding. These would need to be eaten with a lean protein and a fibrous carb. Oh, and look right here. One serving as a category 3 in maintenance only. So these are a maintenance only chip. Okay, we scroll down. There's no other details. It says you can get them at Publix, and there's your info. There's your info, Amanda. You'd want to save these for maintenance, and you could have it with a 1 and a 2 in maintenance. You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, y'all, I hope that you've enjoyed this little tutorial tonight of the food library. The food library is brilliant. And if you will work yourself diligently, work yourself through the lap system, looking at this lap that we did today, lap 3. You know, the whole point of that is for you to use that food library to fill in the worksheet with your favorites, and then make yourself some meals. Okay. And then we're going to do that. You're welcome, Ray. You're welcome. If y'all have not signed up for Travis's class that he's doing on Tuesday nights, this pink online webinars tab is where you can find that, or button. I don't know why I call things a tab. But anyway, he's going to be doing this right here Tuesday. A new life, lose 30 pounds before the new year. You're welcome, Kim. You can click right here. You're welcome, Latricia. You're welcome. You can click right here and join in. And I'm going to be over there too. So I will see y'all tomorrow night for the recipe library and grocery lists. Okay, we're going to do that tomorrow night. And then hopefully I'll see y'all in the morning for the Shibby Show for fun. All right, y'all have a great night.